Joshua Kapellusch here. I'm an advocate for the unsheltered citizens here in Chattanooga. I wanted to take a moment of silence for some of the events that have transpired here. In this country we have unity, and that includes everybody, and that's what we call community. And I'd like to say I'm colorblind, in some ways, but God knows no color. So I think equality is the most important thing, and that's inclusion. So I'm not well versed on what happened here. So I speak a lot about homeless folks and people who are unsheltered, and there's a greater number of people of color out there with respect to the rest of the population. So I think we need to address that. The title of my speech tonight is Honor Your Mother. I'd like to dedicate this speech to my mother, Jody Lynn. Growing up, things like equality and love were not things we discussed at the dinner table. It was what we did. My mother is short and sweet, just like her mother, my grandmother, and we all taught each other to love one another. There were times when things were lean and money was tight. My mom wasn't being mean. She was holding all together when things really weren't all right. She taught me to dream big dreams. Honor your mother is a commandment from God. It's also, thou shalt not kill or murder. Even Jesus needed an earthly mother, and I think he did a pretty good job of honoring his mother. Honor means to sacrifice for the greater good of another. In the Bible, John 15:9 speaks of joy and love perfected. To love one another is a commandment that Jesus gave to all of us. And we're all children of God who love each other. If everyone loved each other the way a mother and child loved each other, we'd have a civil society and a mild sense of reality. We'd call it neither church nor charity, not wild or scary. We'd just call it motherly love or something heavenly. No greater love than to sacrifice for another or lay down one's life for another. That also means setting aside personal goals or things that are dear to them personally. I didn't have enough money to attend my grandma's funeral, to be home for my mother. There's a lot of the work I did out there in the streets for the homeless. And I was down by the river, and I was thinking about my shadow, and it's always present in the light. And I thought, since my grandma lived and gave life, then as I stand, she is always with me. And so I stretched out my arms so I could see part of her. And I was thankful for the parts of her that are in me. So I always miss her hugs and kisses. I guess if I hug my shadow, I can always hug her. And I'll love you always, Grandma Dolores. Love is colorblind. We all need to love each other like a mother loves her child. And that's in our community, all of us, brothers and sisters. Thank you for your time.